everyone, welcome back to day 2 of our Sinju Zoo article for English for You. I'm Kat.
I'm Chickling.
And so we are talking about Sinju Zoo. Yeah,
Yay.
Definitely. So in December last year, it opened again after a very big makeover. The makeover took 2 years to finish. Yeah, so what did they do?
Okay, so the zoo was redesigned, right? And then the zoo now puts the animals first. I mean, the animals are the most important things.
Yay! So that means the animals will be happier?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So to do this, I guess they had to make some big changes. So they released or moved 26 different species, which for a zoo, I think must be kind of a lot. Yeah, so that they could expand the enclosures that the other animals that are still there were in.
So now the zoo actually looks more like the natural world, which is a very good thing for the animals.
Yeah,
now they live in a more natural place for them.
They must feel very at home. But how do they actually like it? Because it's been opened for, you know, a few months now. So definitely people can tell like if there's a difference with how the animals are feeling. So we're actually going to talk about that. Yeah, we're actually going to talk about that in today's article. So we're going to find out how did the Sinju Zoo's makeover make the animals feel.
Reading.
The reborn Sinju Zoo puts animals first. The Sinju Zoo's makeover is more than just for show. It's meant to get people to think more about their relationship with nature. For example, feed for some animals is now grown at a special garden called the Food Forest. In a special activity, visitors can pick these plants and feed them to the guinea pigs, Formosan Reeves muntjacs, and other animals. Another great thing about the Sinju Zoo is that almost all of the cages are gone. The pens are now bordered by moats, bushes, and low fences that make the animals more comfortable. One cage still stands near the entrance, where there used to be a bird sanctuary. Now, though, it's for humans. This art installation was created to show people what it's like to live in captivity. All of these changes aren't just for pleasing tourists. The park's animals are very happy with their new homes. La, a 32-year-old hippopotamus, loves her new digs, which are just like the tropical rivers she's used to swimming in. For everyone at the park, it's clear that the new Sinju Zoo is a roaring success.
All right, so our article today starts out by saying the Sinju Zoo's makeover is more than just for show. So we get right into it here with 2 pocket phrases in a row. So we have more than just. When we say something is more than just A, it's also B, it means that this thing is A, but A is not the first or even the most important thing about it. B is. Now we haven't heard what B is in the sentence yet. We know that A is being for show, which is actually our next pocket phrase. But we say often that somebody is more than just a pretty face. For example, when they are beautiful, but their beauty is second to something else about them. So more than beautiful, they're also talented or smart, like Chiklin. Yeah, now when you say something is for show, here we're saying that it's more than just A is being for show, which means that it's just, if something is just for show, it means it's just something that's supposed to look nice. There's not really anything special about it. There's nothing, you know, particularly great. It's just, it looks nice. So this car's fancy paint is just for show, but the car itself is just okay. Yeah, so when we say something is more than just for show, we mean there is something special about it. And it's not just a new look, it means there's more than that.
Okay, 所以就代表说这个动物园呢 there's so much more about this zoo. There's still so much more we can know about this zoo. 就代表说这一个运动员其实不是运动员，是动物园 not athlete. Sorry, 我说了运动员是动物园。对。那么我们看到 makeover makeover 呢就是有大变声的意思啦，或者是翻新改造。那么老师刚刚讲 more than just for sure, for show, not for sure, okay?
More
So
than just for show.
对 ，sorry， 就是不只是做做门面的意思，就是代表说这个动物园呢，它不只是外表，它里面也很棒的。
Yeah, so what is the part that's more than just for show? Well, the article says it's meant to get people to think more about their relationship with nature.
Okay.
So it's not just, nicer for the animals, it's also kind of trying to make people think. So it's meant to do this. That means it's the goal or purpose of doing this. So what's the zoo's goal with the redesign? They want people to see it and think of nature and think of, how am I treating nature? How is nature with humans in it? So the makeover has a greater purpose. Yeah, and our relationship with it is how people think of it and relate to others. So like my relationship with Chiklin is we are co-workers and friends. Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, or how's my relationship with my parents? Obviously, we are family, but when I say how's our relationship, I mean like, do we get along? Is it good or bad? It is good, but yeah, you can also have a bad relationship with your family, even if you are still family. We can also have relationships with things in the world, like animals and nature. Do we treat it well? Do we treat it not so well? That's our relationship with it. So an example sentence might be, the people on this island consider their relationship with their home very important. That's why they take care of the earth so well.
OK， 那我们看一下 relationship 这个字，它是关系、关联的意思。所以，譬如说在交往中，我们可以说 be in a relationship， 或者是 be taken。
Oh,
I'm taken.
I'm also taken.
Or I am in a relationship 之类的。
Yeah.
Or we can also say long distance relationship.
Yeah.
Have you ever
LDR.
gone through one?
Yeah, I've been in 2.
Oh no.
It's not that bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's bad for me actually.
Oh, okay. Different people, different things. Yeah.
Right. Let's make a sentence with it. They finally got married after 6 years of long distance relationship.
Wow, good for them.
Yay.
That's awesome.
And over here, the phrase been meant to do something 就是意语用语的意思。所以这个大变身，这个 makeover 的用意是在于为了让人们去思考自己跟自然的关系。
So basically, all in all, this zoo is trying to get people to think about nature. So they're trying to get people involved with the zoo. For example, feed for some animals is now grown at a special garden called the food forest.
Wow.
Yay! So feed here is like food or plants that you use to feed
the animals.
Yeah, usually.
好，所以这边他说，哇，那么做的这些事情，什么事呢？一些动物的饲料啊，现在生长在这个叫做食物森林 （food forest) 的特殊花园里面哦。
That sounds cute. So in a special activity, visitors can pick these plants and feed them to the guinea pigs. I love guinea pigs. Formosan Reeves muntjacs and other animals. So guinea pigs, if you wonder why I squealed when I said guinea pigs, they're so cute. They're like big furry potatoes. Aww. They're a South American rodent. Lots of people have them as pets. You might know somebody who has one, or you might have one yourself.
Seb has 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Seb does have 2 guinea pigs, and they are Oolong and Cappuccino.
Oh,
that's their names.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, we talked about one other animal, which is also very cute. It's called a muntjac, or Formosan Reeves muntjac. This is a small deer with little horns on its head, and sometimes it has 2 long teeth. Yeah, so it's an unusual kind of deer.
好，我们看一下，所以人们呢也可以和这些动物有互动的。那么在一些特殊的活动课程中呢，游客们可以摘这些植物，然后喂这些天竺鼠啊、山羌啊以及其他的动物。好，那我们看一下文章，接下来又说了 Another great thing about the Hsinchu Zoo is that almost all of the cages are gone.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. 几乎大部分的笼子都是 not all of them, but almost.
Okay, so then how do the animals stay in? Good question. So actually the article says the pens, which are like cages but they're not cages, are now bordered by moats, bushes, and low fences that make the animals more comfortable. So you don't have these high cage fences anymore. You have different sorts of things that kind of keep them in one area, but it's not like a prison. When we talk about bordering something as a verb, that means that the something that borders something creates a line between two parts. Sometimes it's a line you can't cross very easily, like a fence, a river, a wall, something like that. Or sometimes it's just kind of a place, so you can cross it, but it shows the difference between cities or the place between pieces of land that you can cross. For example, the border between Taipei City and New Taipei City might be the Danshui River, or the bridge that goes over it. Now, border can also be a noun, so the thing that borders something else is also called a border. Now, an example sentence of border as a verb. The river is bordered by a thick forest that grows along the edge of it. An example sentence for border the noun is, this wall serves as the border between my neighbor's yard and my yard.
好，所以 border 呢，这边是动词，是形成什么的边界，成为什么的界限的意思。所以我们回到课文的句子 ，The pens are now bordered by moats。这边就是说他们是被这个壕沟当成是一个界限的。那么这边的 pen 在这边指的是围栏的意思。那所以呢，这样子可以让动物感觉到比较舒服哦。那我们补充另外一个动词片语 to border on something. So when A borders on B, that means A is very near to the particular quality of B. 意思就是接近于近乎。So you can say self-confidence is good. But when it borders on arrogance, it's a different story. 所以代表自信是好的，不过当它接近到傲慢了，那么情况就不接近到傲慢。
So you want to make sure that you are self-confident, but don't let it border on being arrogant or, in love with yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, we talked about different kinds of borders or different kinds of bordering things like bushes. So bushes are actually one of these things that they are using at Hsinchu Zoo. They're short but thick plants with a lot of leafy branches that grow from just above the ground. So where like a tree will have a big long trunk and then the branches will grow out of that, bushes don't have a trunk. They just have branches that grow out of the ground. So they usually look very thick and kind of leafy and, round. So roses are a type of bush. Boxwood shrubs, those are the kind of bush that you can see that get made into shapes. Like they make them into like animal shapes or things like that. Those are the kind of bushes you use for that. Or my favorite flower, hydrangeas, which are those pretty like balls of blue or purple flowers. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so those are a kind of bush. Now hedges are also a kind of bush that becomes a border or a wall because they're really thick. They're easy to make into a shape like a wall, but they're also hard to get through. So probably the zoo is using some of these, or maybe they're using some bushes from the animals' natural environments. So an example sentence for bush, there are some rose bushes in this park that grow beautiful pink and white roses every year.
OK， 所以老师刚刚讲到他喜欢的花呢，就是绣球花，因为很圆嘛。那我们看到 bush 这一个字是灌木丛的意思，所以呢，除了使用壕沟，灌木丛呢也是当边界的一员哦。那我们补充另外一个字 bushfire， 我们可以造一个句子 ：A cigarette spark can cause a devastating bushfire.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. So you may want to make sure that they are, well watered, so they're not dry.
Everywhere.
Yeah, please. So anyway, another kind of border is a fence. Now this is not a natural border, really. It's a short or sometimes tall wall that's made from like wood or wire or metal. So it could have like a metal fence that has bars, or you could have a wood fence that has these different like planks of wood. It's usually either like white or just wood colored. And usually you can see through it or see around it, but it's hard to cross. So they go around an area or across it to divide it from other parts, like white picket fences around houses or wire fences around sports fields and basketball courts. Those ones with the kind of like diamond shaped wire grid. Those are fences. So yeah. And if you have a door in a fence, it's called a gate. So that's the difference between a door and a gate. A door goes through a wall, a gate goes through a fence. So example sentence for fence might be, the park has a fence around it to keep people from getting in at night.
OK， 所以我们知道说呢，取而代之的也是比较低的围栏哦，就可以让动物感到比较舒服。那么 fence 就是栅栏、围栏、篱笆。老师刚刚讲到那种 wire fence， 那种就是像我们中文可以把它翻成铁栅栏吧，可是它是有一种网子隔起来，有一种 很像钻石的形状那种感觉的网子，大家应该知道。好，那 so fence, this word can also be used as a verb. So when it's a verb, it means to put a fence around a piece of land. So you can say the large garden is fenced by stone walls. 代表这个大花园是被这个石头的石墙给它围起来的。那么我们也可以说 to fence someone in something. That means to limit somebody's freedom.And which annoys them. So you can say Autumn feels fenced in by all the regulations made by her teacher. 所以 Autumn 觉得老师制定的规定真的是束缚到她的手脚了。
Yeah. So anyway, they are using like these fences and probably short fences and bushes and moats, which are like a kind of small river, as borders for the enclosures in the zoo now. So the article says one cage, this is the almost, still stands near the entrance, where there used to be a bird sanctuary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so entrance here is talking about the entrance to the zoo, and that means the way to go in. An entrance is the way to go in somewhere or to enter, which is the verb. So the entrance to a store is usually the doors at the front. The empty place just inside it is the entryway. Now the entrance to a room is a door, not a window. The opposite might be exit. Some doors can be both, but exit can be a verb and a noun. So you can say, I am exiting or I'm going out the exit. Now for entrance, here's an example sentence. I met the pizza delivery man at the entrance to my house and paid him for my food.
Okay.And then what is a bird sanctuary?
Yeah. So they were saying there was a bird sanctuary, or used to be a bird sanctuary at the entrance. Now, a bird sanctuary is a place for birds to fly and live safely, but they're meant to stay all the time. So it's like a very large cage with a ceiling. And they have plants and food, and usually there's a lot of birds that live in there. So yeah, it's not bad, but might be a little bit limiting.
Yeah, a little bit. 好，我们看一下 entrance 这一个单字，就是入口的意思，所以还是有一个笼子存在。我们终于想到这个笼子了，这个笼子就伫立在园区的入口附近。那么以前曾是一个 bird sanctuary， 这是鸟笼的意思或鸟舍。那么入口是 entrance， 老师刚刚讲到，出口就是 exit。OK， 那我们来看一下今天的文法练功房咯。我们现在这边先看 used to do something 的用法哦。所以 used to do something 就是表示过去常做但现在不再做的事情，是用于表示过去的状态。那么 used to 呢是属于助用词的用法，后面必须接原形动词哦。像我们文章中的句子这边 one cage still stands near the entrance where there used to be a bird sanctuary， 这边指的说过去呢曾经是鸟舍的地方，但现在已经没有了嘛。好，那我们再看另外一个例句 I used to live in this building 4 years ago， 我4年前住在这种建筑物里面。So now we know that there's still this one cage, right?
Yeah, but what's it for?
Now, though, it's for humans.
Oh no! They're putting humans in the zoo?
Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, actually, that's not quite it. So this says it's an art installation. So the article says this art installation was created to show people what it's like to live in captivity.
Such a great idea.
Yeah,
I love that.
It gives them empathy, which means like being able to feel the same way that the animals feel. Yeah.
所以 art installation 就是装置艺术的意思。那么 captivity 这边是监禁囚禁。那我们有看到 in captivity 指是野生动物的圈养。好，那这个装置艺术呢，就是要让人们体验被囚禁的感觉。
Yeah, so
basically put ourselves in the animal's shoes.
Exactly, except the animals don't wear shoes.
That's true.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe in the animal's fur or something. Anyway, so going on with the article, it says all of these changes aren't just for pleasing tourists. Yeah, we saw at the beginning of this day that it says it's not just for show. It's for more than that. It's for a lot more than that.
对，所以这些新的改变呢，不只是要讨游客欢心的哦。为什么呢？我们再继续看。The park's animals are very happy with their new home.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So yeah,
很喜欢他们的新家。
Yeah. So apparently, one example, Lala, a 32-year-old hippopotamus, loves her new digs, which are just like the tropical rivers she's used to swimming in. Yeah. So when we say she loves her new digs, especially when you say new before this, digs means your slang for your house, or like an area that's your space and you feel really comfortable hanging out there. You could go into somebody's house and if you really like their house, you say like, you got nice digs. Yeah.
OK， 好，前面有提到说动物也喜欢他们的新家嘛，所以文章接下来就说了32岁的乐乐河马。老师刚刚念那个字，我们可以直接说 hippo。好，就是这个河马很喜欢他的新家，因为环境很像他习惯游泳的热带河流一样。那我们再讲一下这边出现这个用法 be used to doing something， 或者是加一个名词的用法。那我们来这边指的就是习惯于做某事。那么 used 在这边是当是过去分词当形容词用哦，所以 to 是介系词，后面要接动名词或名词，不要搞混咯。好，我们所以课文中看到的 tropical river she's used to swimming in， 这边表示河马乐乐习惯游泳的热带河流。So we can make another sentence with it. Julie is used to putting sugar in her coffee. 代表呢，这是她的习惯。Julie 习惯在咖啡里面加糖。
So she used to swimming in these tropical rivers. Let's find out what tropical means. So a tropical place, tropical is an adjective that's talking about somewhere in the tropics. And this is a kind of climate that is close to the middle line of the earth, where it's usually warm or hot almost all year round, and there's lots of humidity and lots of rain. And because of that, there's a lot of living things. There's usually huge plants, lots and lots of colorful animals, rainforests, jungles, all sorts of things. Taiwan is actually not tropical. Taiwan is subtropical, which means under tropical. It's just a little bit less than tropical because we're a little more north. That's why we have colder winters and, very, very hot and humid summers. But anyway, talking about an example sentence for tropical, this tropical forest contains thousands of different kinds of birds, insects, and fish.
所以 tropical 就是热带的，来自热带的意思，所以可以说 tropical island 或 tropical fish、tropical climate， 就是有热带岛屿啊、鱼啊，气候都是可以的哦。那么再一个例句呗。These birds overwinter in tropical regions， 代表这些鸟呢在热带地区过冬。那么 you can also use it to talk about weather that's very hot, especially when the air feels a little bit wet. So you can say the heat in our classroom is tropical， 就是说it's very hot here， 或者是你可以用 sweltering maybe， 就是有一点
boiling，
对 boiling hot 就是很热。那么老师刚刚讲到 subtropical， 它就是副热带的、亚热带的意思。
So if you feel like, you're just can't stop sweating and it's super hot, that's a pretty tropical kind of climate. Anyway.
Or tropical music.
Oh yes, tropical music from like the Caribbean or Hawaii, something like that. Anyway, so the article goes on to say, for everyone at the park, including hippopotamus Lala, it's clear that the new Hsinchu Zoo is a roaring success.
Oh.
Yay! Now here we actually have, this is kind of a joke, because a roaring success is like, a phrase that means a very, very big success. But roar is also what lions and bears and tigers do. That's the big noise that they make, like in a zoo. So it's a roaring success. Haha. Well done.
Yeah. 所以对在园区的每个人来说，很明显的变身之后，新竹的动物园非常的成功。
Yeah. So
okay, good job.
Very cool. I actually really want to visit this.
Me too.
Like
we should go together though.
That would be fun. I'm up for that. Definitely. Okay. So that's all the time we have. Maybe you guys can go visit the Hsinchu Zoo. Maybe you'll see us there. But we're gonna go to our For You chat.
For You chat.
Alright, so welcome back. Our For You chat question for today is, the way we treat animals has changed a lot over time.
Oh yeah.
What do you think the purpose of zoos today should be?
That's a big question. Because, zoos used to be basically, come over here and see all these animals that you can't see, like because you don't live in the wild or you don't live in this country where they're from. But now I think it's easier for people to travel and see those animals in their natural places. And also, there's too many animals that are endangered. There's too many animals that are, not having a good time of things. So I think the important thing that zoos can do is conservation.
Right.
Like they can do research on the animals they have to try and figure out how they can, keep their populations healthy. Maybe how they can have more babies, how they can support them, and also, donate money to organizations that are keeping animals healthy in the wild. And I think that, people need...
This is a very controversial topic, I think.
It is,
yeah,
it is.
Different people have different opinions, respectively.
For sure.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I think the species, some species, endangered species have been saved by some zoos.
That's
so
true.
I agree.
Yeah.
We should do something. I mean, the zoos is a very good way to keep the animals safe and still save their numbers.
Yeah. I think a lot of times, actually, it's a better idea to go visit animal sanctuaries.
Oh, okay.
Which is like where animals are rescued and they can't go back to the wild, so they live their lives there. Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Right.
But anyway, you guys probably have your own ideas of what the purpose of zoos should be and maybe how other ones should change, or how Shinju, how do you think about the Shinju Zoo changes? So yeah, that's all the time we have for today. And for you English, I'm Kat.
I'm Chickling.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
The reborn Shinju Zoo puts animals first. The Shinju Zoo's makeover is more than just for show. It's meant to get people to think more about their relationship with nature. For example, feed for some animals is now grown at a special garden called the Food Forest. In a special activity, visitors can pick these plants and feed them to the guinea pigs, Formosan Reeves muntjacs, and other animals. Another great thing about the Shinju Zoo is that almost all of the cages are gone. The pens are now bordered by moats, bushes, and low fences that make the animals more comfortable. One cage still stands near the entrance, where there used to be a bird sanctuary. Now, though, it's for humans. This art installation was created to show people what it's like to live in captivity. All of these changes aren't just for pleasing tourists. The park's animals are very happy with their new homes. Lala, a 32-year-old hippopotamus, loves her new digs, which are just like the tropical rivers she's used to swimming in. For everyone at the park, it's clear that the new Shinju Zoo is a roaring success.
Vocabulary Review. Relationship. People have known about the relationship between smoking and cancer for over 50 years. Border. Erica's garden was bordered on 3 sides by a tall brick wall that hid it from view. Bush. The boys lost their baseball in the bushes and had to reach through the branches to find it. Fence. A wooden fence separated the 2 fields, but Brian easily climbed over it. Entrance. Miriam opened the door at the entrance so people could get into the building. Tropical. Monkeys like to live in the hot tropical forest where it's always warm and the rain keeps everything green.
智慧小补帖
Moat. Bird sanctuary. Art installation. Captivity.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作， 活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net